Welcome back to Bulgaria and welcome back to Bdin Vidin in our Football Manager 24 Build a Nation save, where we currently find ourselves in phase 4 of our journey to become the number 1 ranked nation in Europe, having completed phases 1, 2 and 3 on our journey so far.
Yes, that's right guys. Hello and welcome back to Bulgaria. We are 2/3 of the way through our Season 5 in the top flight preliminary phase so far this season. We've got a couple of winter signings to go over. We'll go over the game highlights since you were last with us, and we'll take on a live com today. Not too much to go over really since the last time you were with us. They are a couple of signings, which I guess is the best place to start.
So let's have a look at the winter signings.
Our first winter signing saw us bring in Ilyas Hamash on a free transfer, 1.3k per week. He was followed in the door by Yannick Agnero, again a free transfer on 1k a week. Next in was Marco Bertini, the Italian joins us for £925 a week. And finally we bring in Abraham Marcos, again a free transfer at 1k per week. So a total spent this time in the winter, guys, of absolutely nothing, which is great. So not too many new faces there, guys, but certainly enough to help us out in our quest to qualify for Europe this season, really. Now there has been, of course, 9 games since you were last with us, that 2-1 win over Heba, and here's the match highlights. Game 1 saw us take on Levski Sofia, and it was a nice, comfortable 2-0 win. Syrikos with some good work down the right-hand side, good ball in for Panache, and the second goal was scored by Kevin Palacios. Came through it short for the free kick, good touch and a good finish past the goalkeeper. So a good result there against the second best team in the country in Levski Sofia. Panache and Palacios with the goals. In this little sequence, Palacios does step up with a few goals, but he has since moved on. His contract was expiring at the end of the season. So we got a little bit of money for him, not too much, but it was better than losing him on a free transfer. Syrikos getting assists again on this right hand side. He's done really well there, and that is now his new position, but a good result against Levski. Game number 2 was a 2-2 draw with Bdin Vidin. The first goal by us scored from some good work down the left by Palacios. Panache with the finish. We then took the lead in the second half. It was Kies down the right hand side feeding the ball to Syrikos, who's picked up loads of assists this season, again into Panache, but we couldn't hold on. A little bit of a disappointing result this one against Bdin Vidin. We were better in possession, shall I say. It was ultimately a very even game, but Panache did get 2 goals in this one for us. Syrikos again with an assist, and 2-2, looking at the match stats, was probably a fair reflection of the game. Game number 3 saw us take on Barrow, and we conceded early on, but we did come back into it through Panache with his 3rd goal in 3 games. We then took the lead through Foucher. Again, it was Syrikos down this right hand side. Like I say, he's got loads of assists this season. Good ball in, Foucher with the finish. And Brian Hennin complete the job for us. Palacios feeds the ball to Panache. Foucher again finds Palacios. Good ball across to Hennin. So, a little bit close for comfort in that one against Barrow, particularly when you look at the match stats. Arguably, Barrow was slightly better than us going forward, but we've put the ball in the back of the net more than they have. Their goals have come from an 8th minute own goal from Moko Bakila and a 93rd minute consolation after Panache, Foucher and Hennin got on the score sheet for us again. We have dominated the possession again, and Syrikos picking up the man of the match with 2 assists in this one. Game number 4 saw us take on Bdin Vidin, and it was a nice 2-0 win. Palacios with the first from the corner. He then followed it up. Burakovic with the ball over the top, headed clear by the defender, but Panache finds Palacios again, and it's a good finish from the Colombian. A little bit more comfortable in this one at home to Bdin Vidin. We were much the better team, and that's reflected in the scoreline. Palacios getting both the goals in this one. Our 5th game in this sequence saw us take on Belasica, and Opati got us up and running before we made it to Mulangu with some good work on the right hand side. Good ball towards Opati. Header, a little bit poor, but Palacios was there to finish. We made it 3 not long after. Palacios on the left hand side cuts back, finds Foucher. Good ball across towards Cabral. Nice touch and a nice finish. Belasica did get one back, but we secured the win with an own goal towards the end of the game. It's somehow ruled as an own goal. I would give that as Barkok's goal, but 4-1 the result. Much better result in this one. Opati got us up and running in just the 3rd minute. Palacios, Cabral, and then that goal that's been credited as an own goal, even though I would have given that one to Barkok myself. It was a deflection, really. It wasn't an own goal, was it at all? but we've absolutely dominated the game. It is disappointing to concede that one goal like we always seem to do, but you know, good performance, and it keeps our little bit of momentum going, which we seem to have picked up recently. We then took on Ardakar and we took the lead. Syrikos again with the ball forward towards Panache, who scored against his former club. They did peg us back, but not long after, just before half-time, we did again take the lead, and that's the way it stayed to the end. It was a good finish from Syrikos. Another good result followed against Ardakar. Again, we were the better team. We have absolutely dominated the ball. Panache scored against his former club again, and Syrikos with another assist, and he got himself on the score sheet this time as well. Kies did get himself sent off in the 76th minute, which was a little bit disappointing, but it didn't really affect the outcome of the game. Again, another good performance from Bdin. Next time out was a trip to defending champions and Ludogorets, and we managed to get a 1-1 draw with this one. It was Syrikos again on this right-hand side. Good ball across for Opati. We follow that up by drawing with the defending champions, and I think Ludogorets were possibly lucky to get the draw, particularly considering they're the home team. They've had slightly more of the ball, but look at the shots and shots on target. Their goalkeeper on a 6.9. I thought it might have been a little bit higher than that, but Syrikos again picking up the assist. Opati with the equaliser for us in the 87th minute. So you could argue that, you know, Ludogorets, even when they're not playing well, they still grind out a result, and we were arguably a little bit lucky to get that equaliser in the 87th minute, but it's a good point against the defending champions. We then took on Septembri Sofia, and we were made to wait in this one. Got a little bit fortunate, a couple of breaks of the ball, but it fell to Opati, who fired the winner. This one was a little bit close for comfort, particularly against a team like Septembri Sofia. It took us to the 87th minute to get the goal. The match stats are fairly even. Defensively, you can see our goalkeeper and our two centre-halves there have done extremely well. Syrikos again has played really, really well. Opati came off the bench though for Agnero, who is not really performed too great for us so far. But Opati did come off the bench and grab that winner for us. But finally, our little unbeaten run did come to an end, and that was at home to Cherno Morvana. Atanas Iliev got the only goal of the game in the 20th minute. We were much the better team, as you can see by the match stats. Syrikos again with the man of the match performance though, 3 key passes. I think that right wing position is definitely his position now as opposed to being a striker, but Agnero with a 6.1. I'm a little bit disappointed by Agnero. Like I said, for the previous game, he's not really lived up to the hype yet, and this was a very, very disappointing result. So after that good little run, guys, this is where we stand in the league table, and you can see that we're doing exceptionally well. We're currently in 3rd position. We're only 7 points off Ludogorets, who we know are the outstanding team in the country. They absolutely battered us last season in the table. And bear in mind that we finished the whole season, all 35 games, on around about 55 points last season. We've already got 39 this season. We've got Panache in there as one of the top scorers in the league. Syrikos, again, with the top assists, 2nd place. Most player of the matches for Syrikos. He's developing really, really well. We've only picked up 4 defeats all season as well, which is really good. So we're giving the big boys a run for their money this season, and it could look like European competition is finally going to happen for us in Season 5. So then, guys, as we look to continue our good run of form going, game number 20 is at home to CSK 1948. As you've just seen from the schedule there, we have just beaten them 4-1 in the Cup. So hopefully a repeat of that result. I've tended to find, though, particularly for some reason, I keep facing the same team that I get in the Cup, in the league, the game after or the game before, and we tend not to quite perform as well as we did in the Cup game. With that in mind, this is today's lineup against CSKA. We are at home again, like I say. We'll also meet the new players who we've alluded to there in the little intro that we've done. But the rest of the lineup goes as follows. It's going to be Gunnarsson continuing goal. You've all seen Gunnarsson by now. Best goalkeeper we've got. He's actually quite a good goalkeeper, and he's performed much better this season for us. And that's reflected in the fact that he's only conceded 21 in 19 so far this season, which is much, much better than last season. But that's just where we are as a team. We're much, much better, as you've seen by the league table. Right back today continues to be Jensor Kies. He's had a very good season, a 6.79 average rating. 1 goal, no assists though from a wing-back position is maybe a little bit poor. But bear in mind that the formation we're playing, he does come into the middle of the park a little bit more as that inverted wing-back. So maybe not in the position to get crosses into the box and create chances for our forwards, which when you consider he's got 13 crossings, maybe a little bit of a weakness in the formation when your wing-back's got 13 crosses, but he's actually playing in the middle of the park. We'll see. He's done quite well for us, though, so far. Centre-half for today is going to be Blagijevic, one of our own players. Probably the highest earner at the club on 1.2k a week, but again, he's had a good season for us. Alongside him, our young Brazilian record signing in Diogo Silva, again, had a good season at 6.96 across his 14 games so far. And continuing at left-back, since he's come in, he's been pretty much an ever-present in that position, is Zvezdan Burakovic, who again has had an exceptional season at a 6.92 rating. Continuing as the defensive midfielder for us for the vast majority of this season really is Christopher Naitabuku. He's had a very, very good season at 6.84 across his 14 appearances. He's also picked up 2 assists in that time, which is very, very good. On loan from Monaco, of course, so he's not really our own player. We're just sort of developing him for Monaco, really. And that continues into the midfield, where we again find a loanee from Monaco in Pape Cabral. Again, had a decent season. Started off really well, scoring goals, but he's only on 3 in total now with 1 assist in his 15 appearances. But again, he's had a good season. And to complete the Monaco trio in midfield is Christophe Faucher. Again, he's had an excellent season, 3 goals and 3 assists in the league. 1 goal, 2 assists in the cup. He's done really well, and like I said, he's considered to be the key player at the club. He is very, very good, really. On the right hand side today, guys, we get our first new signing, and it is Yannick Agnero. He is a 24-year-old Ivorian, Côte d'Ivory. Is a foreigner, so he does take up a foreign slot, which is, we're very close to that limit as it is. I think I've got 7 or 8 in the first team squad, so I do have to rotate them, particularly like Panache, who has had a good season, by the way, is Panache. But Yannick comes in to play. Initially, I brought him as a striker, but then I've sort of looked at the players. I was playing Syrikos out on the right-hand side, but Yannick has got much better crossing than Syrikos has, so I've swapped them around. This is the first game I'm going to be playing Yannick on the right-hand side. But you can see he is a good player. He's coming for a free transfer, formerly of Norgesland in Denmark. He's got good personality. He's not, like I said, already said, he's not EU, though, but he has got some good attributes. For us, and he's definitely going to help us improve as a team. And it's the same on the left-hand side. Ilyes Hamash comes in, the 24-year-old Algerian who has got French nationality, so he doesn't take up a foreigner slot. He has got EU nationality. Another very, very good winger. He's got decent pace. He can cross the ball. He can dribble. He's made 1 appearance so far in the cup game against CSK 48. He did pick up an injury after he joined. 1.3k a week, so he is the highest earner at the club. He's actually on quite a fair bit of money, to be fair to him, but hopefully he can earn that wage that he's got here. And then up top is going to be Klimis Syrikos. He has had a very, very good season, the 19-year-old, and he is still improving as well. He's now 6 foot. His passing is a little bit of a letdown, really, though, but as a pressing forward, he doesn't really need the passing. He's got all the attributes to be a pressing forward. He could do with being a little bit braver, a little bit better teamwork, but you can see by his match ratings there, they're all lit up green. Particularly in the league, he's got 8 assists, mostly playing on that right hand side. So now I'm questioning whether I've done the right thing in moving him up top, but his value's increased as well. He's still on a relatively low wage. His contract's still got another 3 years to run, or 2.5 years to run. Very pleased with how Klimis is developing, really. So there we go, guys. Hopefully we can keep the pressure on second place, which is Levski at the minute. We're just a couple of points behind them. It'd be nice to remain in the top 3 if we can and get into a decent European competition. So as you get the game underway, you can see there in the league table that CSK 1948 are just 2 points behind us. They do also have a game in hand, which means that this win is a little bit more important for us. It's Agnero, though, the new signing, cuts inside onto his left foot, still going with the ball, gets the effort away. It's gone just over the bar. It was a great... I think somebody got a touch on it because it's gone for a corner. That was great play by Agnero, though, and that's hopefully what we're going to see from him. Hamash to take the corner towards that near post and Naitboko, but it's headed clear, only as far as Faucher. Gives it back to Hamash, inside the area, onto that right foot, and he's absolutely blazed it wide. Absolutely blazed it wide, but that is a good start to our 2 new wingers there, who, looks like they're going to hit the ground running, which could be really, really good. But CSK, like I said, they are a dangerous team. They did finish second place last season, of course, and they do pose a threat. It's Keane with the ball. I'm assuming that's Michael Keane, formerly of Everton. Finds Sorensen, brings the ball over halfway, gives the ball to Stinsky. Now it's Engel on the left-hand side. Good ball across. And Wendell is there to give CSK 1948 the lead. In the 24th minute, I was just saying how dangerous they can be. They did finish second in the table last season. So we've now got some work to do as the half-hour mark approaches. CSK have probably been the better team and probably do deserve their lead, which is a little bit unfortunate considering we thumped them in the cup. And we come in at half-time. It's quite disappointing so far, to be fair. I'm going to go and shout at them now, and hopefully we can have a better second half, because we really need to have one. But it's CSK coming down this right-hand side again. This is, of course, where they scored from, a throw-in on the right-hand side. It's Lingbo with the ball, gets it across into the area. We forced them out of the area with Chochev, though, who has the effort. It's not too far away from Chochev, and it's a great effort. And it looks like we've started the second half a little bit slow again. Of course, we would like not to have back-to-back defeats after losing in the league last time out to Cherno. 66 minutes on the clock, guys. I'm going to make some changes. I'm going to swap these two back around. Sirikos has had a great season on the right-hand side, so it only makes sense for him to continue there. I'm going to put Agnero up top. I do have Opati on the bench, who I can lean on. I'll give it 10 minutes, and I'll see how it goes with these two. But Cabral's having a poor game. So I would like to bring Henning on here, but I haven't actually got him on the bench, which is a mistake on my part. I could put Jarno Liebe on there, who can play in the midfield. Hopefully he does better than Cabral's done. And it could pay dividends straight away. Kies with the throw-in towards Foucher. Is he being fouled? I think he's being fouled. Foucher's been fouled. He's been pushed in the back. Of course the referee's going to have a look at it, though, because it wouldn't be Football Manager without it. Come on, ref. You know it makes sense. Come on. Here he comes. Whoa. After all that, we get nothing out of it. Still 15 minutes remaining, though, and we can still get something out of this game. It's Blagijevic with the ball. Finds his defensive central partner in Diogo Silva. Into the midfield, and Burakovic. Now Hamash on this left-hand side, looking to take it past his man. Uses some of that pace, does really well, pulls the ball back for Liebe. It's a bit of a poor pass, really. Could have carried on a little bit there, Hamash, but we do still come forward with Foucher. Kies. Again, looking to get past his man. He's done really well. Kies inside the area. He's tackled. We've put the ball in the back of the net. Jarno Liebe gets his first goal of the season. There was a little bit of a mix-up in there. The defence there, really. The ball cannoned about a little bit. Kies does great here, but the defender, the number 9 who goes with him, does exceptionally well as well to get back to him. Makes the challenge, clears the ball against his own man, and it falls against at the feet of Jarno Liebe, who strokes it past the goalkeeper for 1-1. We still can win this, guys. But so can CSK, and it is Strinski with the ball. It's Zenov forward towards Wendell, who's done it. Oh my god. We were back in the game for about 2 minutes, guys. And with that, I am going to make that change now. I'm going to bring Agnero off. He's not performed too well yet. Of course, he is still settling in. We're going to get Opati on. Hopefully, Opati can rescue us something. He has got 6 goals in all competitions this season so far, Opati. So he's had a better season already than last season. Hopefully we can go and get another equaliser. I think a point would, after the way this game's gone, would possibly be a good result. And this is that opportunity. It's Hamash with a corner towards that near post and Diogo Silva. It's been given as a penalty again. Handball against the defender. Of course, we'll get the VAR. At least he hasn't run over to the monitor this time. But we have been awarded a penalty. We've been given another lifeline. And it's going to be... I'm not quite sure who the penalty taker is. Burakovic, the left back. And he's just got it in there for his second of the season. I thought the goalkeeper had saved it. But it's turned out to be a good penalty. And we have drawn level again. And that's the way it stays till the end, guys. I think CSK 1948 will probably feel a little bit hard done to there. They've had a lot more shots than us. Although we have controlled the game again in terms of possession and passes and stuff like that. The things that we normally do as a team here at Bdin. But we've hit the target twice, which is not really good enough. But it's good to at least get a point out of the game, which I don't think we deserve one out of. So that draw keeps us in 3rd place. We have fallen to 5 points behind Levski Sofia now. Only 2 games ago we were ahead of them in the table and we were in 2nd place. which tells you sort of like the little run that we've had in the last couple of games. You can see where they overtook us. But regardless of that, it has been a fantastic season so far for Bdin. We're 2/3 of the way through the preliminary phase. We're on 2 points a game at 40 points after 20 games. We've got a decent goal difference this time around. We've only lost 4 all season. CSK do have that game in hand over us, which would put them onto 41 points, so they would be ahead of us. But then we've got 5 points to Lokomotiv Plovdiv, who of course did beat us. But we've got a nice little gap developing to the rest of the table, really. Like I say, Lokomotiv being one of them. So hopefully, guys, fingers crossed this time around, it's going to be Europe. But thank you very much for watching, as always, guys, and I'll see you in the next episode. Please remember to hit that thumbs up button for me. It does help me out massively. Of course, I'm still experimenting with the new graphics and stuff like that, guys. Please keep letting me know your feedback on them. Thank you to Samurai Hex for his constant feedbacks for me. It really does help me out with his opinions. So thank you for that. And I'll see you all in the next episode, guys. Yeah, see you later.